The solar eclipse of 2017 will take place on August 21st. It will be visible from a narrow path spanning the U.S. from the west coast to the east coast. Here are some fun facts you'll need to know about this once-in-a-lifetime event. This will be the first solar eclipse in 38 years for those in the contiguous United States, excluding Alaska and Hawaii. The last time anyone in the mainland U.S. saw a total eclipse of the sun was on February 26, 1979. If you live in the U.S. and missed the event, you have to wait 7 more years until April 8, 2024 to see a total solar eclipse from a location in the contiguous United States. Most North Americans will be able to see totality, if they're willing to drive, that is. The total eclipse will only be visible along the moon's central shadow, which is at its widest about 115 kilometers or 71.5 miles, according to sources. Its path will span from the country's west coast to the east coast. For the rest of North America, as well as Central America and the northern parts of South America, will experience a partial solar eclipse. NASA has estimated that the majority of the American population lives less than a 2-hour drive away from the path of the totality. This indeed will be a once-in-a-lifetime event. While total solar eclipses are not rare, they occur twice every 3 years on average and can be seen from some part of the Earth. A total eclipse from the sun that can be seen from American West Coast to the American East Coast occurs less frequently. What makes this eclipse extra special is that it is the first time since the total eclipse of 1880 that a total solar eclipse will occur exclusively over the continental United States. No other country will see totality, though many countries will see a partial eclipse of the sun. Because of these reasons, the eclipse is also being called the Great American Eclipse. In fact, the last time a solar eclipse was visible from coast to coast was almost 100 years ago on June 8, 1918. Totality will be spectacular. Totality in a solar eclipse begins and ends with a diamond ring. If you're lucky enough to be in the path of totality, you're in for an astronomical treat, weather permitting, of course. When the eclipse begins, at first contact, it will appear as if the moon is taking a bite out of the sun. As the eclipse progresses, the sky will get darker and the temperature will drop, and if you pay attention, animals and birds will become quieter. At second contact, which is when totality begins, Bailey's beads become visible. As the moon completely covers the sun's surface, the diamond ring can be seen. You may also see pink spots called prominences near the diamond. These spots are caused by gases on the sun's surface. Totality is the only time when one can see the corona, the sun's atmosphere. At third contact, Bailey's beads will once again become visible and a second diamond ring may appear. As the sky turns dark, planets and stars hidden in the sky by the sun's bright light will reappear. Look for Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus during totality. You will need eye protection. Never look directly at the sun before, during, or after an eclipse without any protective eyewear. Solar eclipses occur in cycles. The Saros cycle, one of the most studied eclipse cycles, occurs every 18 years. 2 solar eclipses separated by a Saros cycle have similar features. They occur at the same lunar node, with the moon roughly at the same distance from the Earth. The eclipses also take place about the same time of the year, around the same time of day. Eclipses that are separated by a Saros cycle are part of a Saros series. A solar eclipse always takes place about 2 weeks before or after a lunar eclipse. 2 weeks before the August 21st total solar eclipse, on August 7th and 8th of 2017, a partial lunar eclipse will be visible from parts of South and East Asia, Europe, Africa, and Australia. Solar eclipses do not happen at every new moon. The reason is that the moon's orbit tilts about 5 degrees to Earth's orbit around the sun. Astronomers call these 2 intersections of these paths nodes. Eclipses occur when the sun lies at one node and the moon is at its new for solar eclipses or full for lunar eclipses phase. During most lunar months, the sun lies either above or below one of the nodes and no eclipse happens. Eclipse totalities are different lengths. The reason the total phases of solar eclipses vary in time is because the Earth is not always the same distance from the Sun, and the Moon is not always the same distance from Earth. The Earth-Sun distance varies by 3%, and the Moon-Earth distance by 12%. The result is that the Moon's apparent diameter can range from 7% larger to 10% smaller from the Sun. It's all about magnitude and obscuration. Astronomers categorize each solar eclipse in terms of its magnitude and obscuration, and I don't want you to be confused when you encounter these terms. The magnitude of a solar eclipse is the percent of the Sun's diameter that the Moon covers during the maximum eclipse. The obscuration is the percent of the Sun's total surface area covered at maximum. Here's an example. If the Moon covers half of the Sun's diameter, in this case the magnitude equals 50%. The amount of obscuration, the area of the Sun's disk the Moon blots out, will be 39.1%. Everyone in the continental United States will see at least a partial eclipse. In fact, if you have clear skies on the eclipse day, the Moon will cover at least 48% of the Sun's surface, and that's from the northern tip of Maine. Totality for the 21st eclipse will last a maximum of 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That's it. To experience that length, you'll need to be slightly south of Carbondale, Illinois, in Giant City State Park. You might want to think about getting there early. The end of the eclipse for the United States is not on land. The center line's last contact with the United States occurs in the Atlantic Ocean's edge, just southeast of Key Bay, South Carolina. I'm pretty sure the crowd won't be huge there. That's about all from Penguin Speaks, and we want to remind everybody to be safe. Don't look at the sun as you're not supposed to. If you have your glasses, it should be safe to do so. There are a lot of ways out there that you can make makeshift viewers using paper and cardboard and a pencil. As simple as that. So let's be safe, everybody, and enjoy viewing our solar system's one and only star and the last total eclipse that we'll see for many, many years. Have a great day, everybody.